We got a little cover story in Nami's hometown. A cat is scolded for stealing a book, but Gen and Ojiko aren't mad. Okay. Not really important at all. 33 years ago, 5 years after God Valley, a post-God Valley world, I could have sworn pirates were approaching off the shore. And here's Morgan's. This is Morgan's. But there was something huge and shadowy emerging from the mist behind them. The underwater prison impelled down. Everything just went kaboom after that. Our ship was in ruins before we knew it. We were nothing but fish food. Sure it wasn't a seeking attacking? No way, it was shaped like a human. Don't tell me you were in the infamous waters of the Florian Triangle. Fat chance, we don't fish near that region. Everyone knows to avoid it. Anyway, that monstrous thing was definitely human-like. Are they talking about Emu? What are they talking about? Was it Harold? During this period, a rumor began to circulate among the Grand Line countries. They said a monster lurked deep in the foggy seas, targeting pirate crews. Okay, it was Harold. The identity of that monster, must be a typo. The identity of that monster was none other than Harold. Few who sailed those waters had ever seen a giant with their own eyes, so to them he was nothing less than the very embodiment of fear. Harold now worked in the shadows to back up the Navy as part of his atonement for the last 1,000 years of history. Okay, now he's attacking pirates? Sheesh. Meanwhile, the pirates who had gone their separate ways after God Valley continued to rise in prominence over the next decade or so. Each of them would peak to become a defining face of their generation. Most of these pirates simply clashed over territory. However, one crew broke through all the others and achieved a feat long believed impossible. They circumnavigated the entire world. And we got Kaido, Whitebeard, Big Mom, the future Yonko. He was a Yonko too. Shiki was a Yonko. I don't know this guy's name. And then obviously Roger. They were hailed as the crew of the King of the Pirates, Gold Roger. The public execution of the captured pirate king was meant to serve as a spectacle, a display of the world government's power. However, the world was plunged into even greater turmoil as countless souls set out in pursuit of the vast treasure Roger left behind, the One Piece. Why are we getting this recap? We already know. I'm aware of this. Everyone's aware of this. They start off the series telling you this. No one had anticipated the advent of the Great Pirate Era. Navy headquarters found itself caught off guard as a result. More than 10 giants were drafted into the Marines from all over the world in an effort to consolidate strength. During this stretch of time, Harold waited on the Navy hand and foot. He's an ancient giant. Did you see how huge he was? I want to make him my slave. And that very year, he was finally granted formal permission to visit the Holy Land. I'm guessing this is the Gorsei. A shallow sea contract. That is correct. Consider yourself the right hand of the God's Knights. God's Steel. It's a great honor. There are 3 levels of contract. The shallow sea contract is a more minor pact. The deep sea and deep sea contracts are reserved for those who are to be bound fully to the true God. Only 13 individuals in the entire world receive that privilege. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. What do you mean by God? You will only come to know the greatest depths of this world on the day you become a full Knight of God. Could Elbaf become a member nation then? Naturally, Harold. At that point, the entire world would be clamoring to welcome you. I'm grateful for this opportunity to prove myself. The Knights Temple, Shangara, domain of the gods. And then Garland. What is the Great One planning? You're gonna obey us even though you're the king of Elbaf? Of course, just say the word, and this is Shamrock. We'll keep a long-distance transponder snail on hand and call if we have need of you. You'll be free to travel the surface world, but you are forbidden to speak of our dealings. Understood. Ryukyu Kingdom, Fishman Island, 20 years ago. I haven't laughed this hard in a long time, Neptune. Me too, pal. We both have our fair share of headaches, don't we? To be honest, I don't think your son is that bad deep down. Let's not forget what your youth was like. Well, when you put it like that, I'm just being brutally honest. Anyway, did I tell you a fortune teller predicted I'd have a daughter in 4 years? When the time is right, why don't we betroth Loki to my future daughter? Wow. Imagine they gave Loki a fucking ancient weapon as a wife. That's crazy. Now you're going too far. Cut it out. Hey, don't write her off. She's fast. She's not going to be any old mermaid. My daughter might well be born with a power no one else could ever hope to handle, jump on. Well, now that does sound like a perfect match. Let's have a toast. Here's to the futures of my mischievous troublemakers and your little Mosa Mosa. Don't call her that, she won't be Shaggy. That same year, Owl Library Elbath. Don't mention it, you're welcome to live freely here, Saul. Thanks a bunch. Actually, there's one thing I'd like to ask. What is it? If we get other learned folk on Elbath to help, would you be willing to open a school here? A school, huh? That's a nice idea. Wow, we're getting so many flashbacks. We're getting so many flashbacks. 15 years ago, a major incident occurred at the Holy Land of Mary Joa. My slaves are running away. The cells are broken. Hurry, do you want to be their pet forever? And then Fisher Tiger pulled up. Damn it, is that a God's Knight? And that's, what's his name, bro? Shamrock. Huh? Listen, the armory will be left unlocked for you. I'll tell you the location. Why is he helping him? Is that really Shanks? Not sure. Could this be Shanks, possibly? Hurry, big sis. Send her Sonia. There's someone out there, someone fighting to free us from this hell. Hurry, Koala, you have to run. This attack on the Holy Land was carried out by Fisher Tiger. In the wake of this incident, he would go on to become captain of the Sun Pirates. So yeah, this is when he freed Koala and Boa and her sisters. Sounds like it was pretty rough. They say someone with the government must have left the armory open for them. Now it's up to us to find the culprit. I can't wait to execute them. There's someone I want to introduce to you, Harold. Huh? His name is Shanks. He's Shamrock's younger brother. They were separated a long time ago due to circumstances. He suffered many hardships in the surface world. So this is going to be a thing where we don't know who is who during these flashbacks? Oda, you fucking madman. Golly. He suffered many hardships in the surface world. If he were to form a deep sea contract, I believe he'd make a great asset on par with Shamrock. For the time being, however, he's been given the rank of God Steel just like you. I know I said the same thing when I first met Shamrock too, but I can't shake the feeling that I've met you before. I don't know what you're talking about. You're just some giant commoner from the surface. Don't act so familiar with me. I was blessed from birth with Fitgarland blood in my veins. Have no doubt. I'm going to become a knight of God before you. Guess I mistook you for someone else. Huh? They're both? How the fuck did this happen? Come on, Shamrock. I wish to deepen my knowledge of the Holy Land, and I shall apprehend that traitor to claim the credit I deserve. Are there any leads? I can wait till your wounds are fully healed, Shanks. You cannot fathom the anguish of having the last 24 years of your life wasted. No wonder the rest of the world seems so alien to me. Shanks? Shanks? That's how you come in, Shanks? Ooh, Shanks. Come on, dog. I hated everything down there. Is he faking? I don't know. He could be faking it. He could be faking all of this shit. That same year, the fishing village on Elbath. It's no good. My medical knowledge is too limited. Let's call Harold and see if he can get us in touch with a more skilled doctor. Don't. He's got a lot on his plate now. What's the point of fostering a network with the world government if we don't use it? Fair? I can recover on my own. You keep saying that, but you're getting weaker by the day. You have to get better. Harold will be heartbroken if you don't, you know. Mato, keep the tavern open. No way. How can I when you're this sick, Ida? Whenever Harold's home, he always goes straight to the elders and begs them to allow you two to legally marry. That fool. He knows I'm happy with my tavern. I enjoy befriending sailors from all over the world. It may not be much, but I feel like I'm helping Harold by doing that. Hey, foreign hag. What? Loki. Cook up this meat for the old hag. Cook up this meat for the old hag, will you? The tavern's my main hangout spot. I want her to reopen it. And he pulled up on a bull. Good grief, that troublemaker has grown out of hand. I'm glad you've been able to keep him in line. Even with Hardin and his friends away looking for a doctor, your boys really love you. Everyone's blowing this out of proportion. I'll be fine, but it does make me smile. God damn! Alright. Elbath, Alcohol Village, hometown of Loki's mother. Huh? What did you just say? We're talking about how utterly unbearable it'd be to let that foreign bitch worm her way into the royal family. You're with us, right, Loki? We're Estrid's relatives. She was Harold's true wife. We can't let anyone have a claim on our inheritance. That's why I slipped her a dose of poison. This stuff is fatal. Her days are numbered. Monto, we can't hold off bringing Harold anymore. We may not be related by blood, but I see him the same way I do Harujin. Loki is still my cute little son. Ah, Loki. Hey. Ida isn't really gonna die, right? I still remember my birth mother. She hated me. She had thrown me into the realm of the dead. Who gives a shit about inheritance? Your whole family is nothing but trash. Now answer. Ida won't actually die, right? I bet you get pretty lonely, right, Loki? Wouldn't it be better to stay with us? She's the only mother I've ever known. W character development? Oh, okay. Yeah, he folded this nigga, too. How dare you, nigga? What the fuck? Why are you... Yo. You know how stupid this nigga is? You know how stupid this guy is? Why are y'all speaking on this? You told him that they poisoned his stepmom who's been taking care of him all this time. Why would you tell him that? That's so dumb. Yeah, you deserve to get whacked. And we got no break next week. Beautiful. Hey man, this chapter has some depth to it. I ain't gonna lie. This chapter has some depth. We saw a lot, bro. This right here is crazy. This panel is so tough. Oh my god, this panel right here is hard as shit. I'm thinking this was what's his name? Shamrock. Nigga, this is not Shamrock. Even this right here, he was like, yeah, this is Shanks. Shanks is here? When did Shanks come back to the Holy Land? I don't know, when the fuck did he... And then he's like, oh yeah, bro, I fucking hated it down there. Like, he was like, bro, I fucking hated being down there, bro. Like, damn. So again, now we got some real questions about Shanks' origin, bro. Now we got some real questions about his origin. Who the fuck is Shanks? Who is he? How do you go from being on the Pirate King's crew to then going back to the Holy Land and wanting to become a God Knight? I don't get it. Nah, imagine there was a third. Imagine there was a third child. That'd be crazy. Yeah. So he's 24 at this point. What? Nah, I ain't gonna lie. This doesn't make sense though. Shanks has got to be lying. Like, this has got to be a front. This has got to be a front because it doesn't make sense to me. Like when Roger died, you wanted to make a pirate crew with Buggy. What happened between that and this that makes you want to be like, yo, I fucking hated everything? Like, nigga, you did not hate everything, bro. He was on the Pirate King's crew having a good old time. You cried when Roger died. The world government killed Roger. Basically, that's your father. And they killed him, and now you want to work for him? Like, no, that's not Shanks, bro. That's not Shanks. That's not Shanks. This is either a front or there's triplets. It's either a front or there's triplets. This doesn't even make sense. Like, I'm thinking about it, like, bro, it makes no sense why he would do that. That was a crazy chapter, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we got to see Shamrock and Shanks in the same room together. We got to see Loki actually cares about Ida a little bit. It's a good chapter. And we got no break next week, which is even better. So if you're ready to get into this next chapter, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I'll catch you next week.